Welcome to the Don't Die Rusty podcast. I'm Rick Hansen, and we will be talking about living, not dying. We're all on this adventure together, and we will be interviewing people who inspire us to live our best lives. People with various backgrounds who will walk us down the trails they took to not die rusty. Adventure in life are many things to many people. It could be a sprint or an endurance race, but with each adventure, we become a better version of us. We hope you keep chasing those dreams, being the best you, and of course, don't die rusty. Hello, Don't Die Rusty Nation. Tonight we have the cowboy troubadour, the singer of songs, the country and western genius, the just all-around good guy, Mitch Gordon, with us.
What an intro.
And then we have the Rictastics lead guitar player, Ricky Bruley, on with us, the co-host.
Yeah, man. I'm going to put together like a little riff, like a little guitar riff that I can play every time.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Maybe Mitch can put together a guitar riff that we can play after I'm introduced.
I am not the guitar player, man. Hire a guy for that.
Well, I seem to remember you playing the guitar for us on our last episode.
I know, yeah. You can, you got to fake it till you make it.
Come on.
Well, see, I don't know if you listen, but when we get like Ricky and Kelly Lovelace and Ashley and I together, and we have our crazy conversations, I call them the Rictastics. So I'd say Ricky plays lead guitar. Yep. I have no voice, but I'm the lead vocals. Kelly Lovelace is on bass, and Ashley Kurtenbach's on. Well, we sometimes put her on tambourine and then cowbell.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Regardless, it's some sort of percussion.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what have you been up to? What have you been up to, Mitch?
Well, thanks for having me, man. We're just in like the middle of summer shows and chaotic things as far as traveling and shows, and which has all been really, really, really good. My band, everybody's been super good and super supportive, and our shows have been, for the most part, I'd say 95% awesome, and it's probably going the smoothest that I've ever had in all my career as far as logistics wise and shows wise, and with saying being smooth is you're comfortable, you're happy, but like you're always kind of searching for what's next, or like I'm already trying to plan next summer of what I can do better. Like, oh man, why did we should be on that show, or we should be on this gig, or like we should get this and that. We should have 3 or 4 more opportunities every month, kind of thing. So, but I can't complain. Everything's going really good, and I can't believe it's almost August.
Yeah.
Time has been flying. I don't know if it's because we get older and time flies or what happens, but it just seems like a couple weeks ago was May.
I know. It was right. Like, yeah, seriously. We
turkey hunting.
It's hard. I know. Absolutely. So other than that, I get excited this time of year because there's always a vision for me of getting through the next couple months, not necessarily in a bad way, but like accomplishing it, right? Like getting it through and doing the best you can, and having a good summer schedule. And then it, obviously breaks off for hunting season, and it's just like, let the floodgates open, man. It's like what we all look forward to, turkey season it does fill the void, and it's so bleeping awesome. I love it. But it fills the void. So
yeah.
Well, good. Yeah. You have a new single out called Garage Beers.
Yeah,
how's that going?
It's going pretty good. As an independent guy, and I really don't do a lot of, in a nutshell, I feel like this whole TikTok craze and this and that, like as a musician, you have to work this hard. Now you have to be an influencer and like try to get people to look at you. And I'm so sick of it. How you have to try that much harder for people to listen to your song because attention spans are like next to zero. So with that being said, we don't have like any big promoters pushing this song to like sponsors or Spotify playlist. It's going okay. The people do know it. People do message me of sharing it, in their garage and sharing it to people. And that's all I really can ask for. I'm on a long sharing plan for this song. They say it's like a 60-day thing to 90-day thing, and I'm gonna use all of that for all summer. Like I'm gonna wear this song into people's brains if they have to look at it 15, 20 times before they open the song.
Well, I have
Yeah.
to admit, I liked how you connected the guy with the e-car with an IPA and a PBR.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love that line. Oh my gosh. We played a wedding on Saturday, previous Saturday, and we played this song at it. And I was like, "Hey, is anybody here from so and so and so and so?" And I was like, "Anybody drive electric car?" One guy was like, "I was like, it's okay, man. We love you. We love you. What kind of beer do you drink?"
And
It's
what did he
fantastic.
have? An IPA or a PBR?
I didn't understand what he say, but I said this is for our hipster friends right here. That's for sure. But yeah,
No, I like.
no,
I mean,
it's fun.
I like the song because it's kind of like having everybody just get together at the old garage.
Yeah. I mean, it's so relatable. If you live in the country and your country is can be, or you live in the cities, or a cul-de-sac like we talked about on it. I needed a song that was super relatable, and it was like that was going to be the big test for us of like, hey, this song has legs, and it doesn't like you don't have to like Mitch Gordon to like this song, right? So I've been doing a lot of promo and a lot of like I literally hung out in these guys' garages. I met these people at a show one night and they're like, dude, that's what we do every Friday. We drink garage beers. I was like, cool. I was like, he said, you should come to our garage. I was like, sure, whatever. And then I'm like, where do you live? And he's like, Maple Grove. And I was like, oh, well, I'm playing in Corcoran or something the next day. I was like, I'll stop by 5 tomorrow. He's like, oh, that'd be great. So I literally showed up to this guy's garage.
That's awesome. I love that.
I mean, yeah, I wish I would have got hammered with them, but I had to go do work, so I only had a beer.
Well, if you
So,
want to hear something funny, though, a couple weeks ago, it was a girls' weekend. It was my sister, my two cousins, and then they brought a friend out, and they were up at my sister's cabin, and then they had me drive them around because it's kind of cousins get together and this kind of stuff. And I drove them around the hills, and we'd stopped at the different places. They'd have a drink, and luckily I'm the DD, and I'd just keep on driving them places. And we were driving by they wanted to look at this development up in the hills here, and we drove by, and lo and behold, there was a bachelor party going on there, and they waved us in, and we stopped. So it's kind of funny, garage beers, and they were having all kinds of fun and doing their stuff, and then we had fun and left.
that's what it's all about,
So
man.
it
I
kind of
mean, I
connected. Yeah.
I just remember as a kid, like my dad would show up to like we just show up to his friend's house or like whatever. Like you wouldn't call them, you wouldn't do nothing, right? Where like when I first met my wife, we'd get in the side by side or four wheeler, right? And we'd drive around, and then like somebody'd have the garage open or whatever, and like we'd show up. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I just swing in, see what their name is. I don't know who lives here. Like they're home." So I think that's very like an old man thing. It's awesome.
I've done that a few times back in the day where you'd be out at the lake or something and you hear some bumping going on down the road. And you're like, what's that? Sounds like a
Let's
little
waddle
beat
down
going
there.
on. Grab a beer, walk down the gravel road and just join a random party with a bunch of random people and have fun. Done that a few
It's the
times.
best, man. It's the best.
Well, and
Anyway.
it's funny how that happens. It doesn't even have to be in a garage, actually, because like Ashley and I were in the middle of Montana driving down a muddy road, and this guy from Minneapolis, well, he's from Minnesota, and his other buddy was from Wisconsin, waved us in, and we had a couple beers, and they said, "Man, that's all muddy." And he took pictures of Ashley and I and the muddy UTV, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
there's
it's
there's
good.
a lot of memories being made when you don't even know it, right? You look back and you're like, dang, I'll remember that for the rest of my life kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
you got old man stuff, and then you got you just being in the garage.
Yeah, man. I love the old man stuff. I literally went fishing the other day and I pulled into the boat ramp and you could see like they freshly like graded the side of the tar because they retarred it and they like threw some seed down or whatever. It was all raked. And some guy drove in and like totally cut the corner and another like 2 feet in and like drove over the fresh thing and I like literally stopped my pickup right there, got out, and I was like, this needs to be a video. And I did it and I I try not being ridiculous, but sometimes I like try to put on a little show. But it's like it was always a thing that I just started for just things that like my dad would yell at me for. And now people are like, oh my God, I love your old man stuff. And that's the stupid part of like, hey, have you listened to my song? No, but what? I saw your old man video. I was like, oh, you put 20 seconds of that, but you can't listen to my song. Got it. So true. Speaking about that, like, I was on this TikTok thing for a little bit, and I was like, actually, like, kind of trying to do it, And my dog killed a woodchuck, and he kills everything in my yard. And my wife gets home from a night shift. She drives in the driveway, and I see he's got a woodchuck, and he's prancing around the yard with it. So I like grab the pitchfork, and I'm like, gonna go get the woodchuck from him, and throw it across the road. And my wife has a 7-second clip of the dog running, like waddling in front of me after him with a pitchfork, and it was like 75,000 views. I was like, this is senseless. This is senseless.
Yeah.
But it's so true, right? Even your
I
guys'
know.
stuff, like the stuff that you guys want to like really promote and be like, oh man, this is gonna really like get some good traction, and you're like, nobody cares almost about like the really like heartfelt stuff,
Mhm.
you know?
No, that
Yeah.
they care about being at a Coldplay concert and being getting caught up in the
Oh,
spotlight. My gosh.
I think it's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's just one of those things though where especially with podcasting, we just gotta
Yeah, for
keep
sure.
grinding. It just keeps growing. And I see like that. I see that too with your page too.
Hmm.
I don't know exactly how many, but I know that you've got more many more followers than you did before when we first interviewed you. And so it's good
Hmm.
to see good to see the needle moving. I know it's like you kind of want to see it move faster, especially when you see ridiculous videos get
Hmm.
75,000 views and you're like, really? That's the
Hmm.
one? Like, come on.
Hmm. Right.
But
I think you have something to be said about it, Ricky, is though, it's like the slow and steady of gaining those followers. I also feel like once you hit a certain number, if you are looking at a numbers game, which I don't, but
yeah.
you also get that credibility, right? Like, oh, you jump into this page or whatever. Say it's a knife company, and you're like, oh, I heard it advertised. I'm gonna look in those things. Oh, they only got like 600 followers. Hmm. Well, interesting. Like, I'll read into it a little bit more, but like all of a sudden, if it's too big a company or too big of thing, then you're like, I'm not really invested. But if it's that middle of the road, people are like, oh, what's this about? You know, because they want
Yep.
to grow with you. Like
Mm.
people want to be invested and grow with you. I relate it to like the Texas country music scene. And Rick, I know you listen to a lot of Texas country music, and people want to be invested in that. They feel like they're a part of that image. They're a part of that band. Relating it to a band, Turnpike Troubadours was at an amphitheater last week, 2 weeks ago, last week. Anyway, um, they were there, and I went to the show. But like everybody that was there was so invested, not like drunk, out of control, screaming. They wanted to be there for that band. Like they had the shirts on, they had everything, but it was like people that cared about the music. Where like we played a festival a couple months ago, and I had to like we played good, like we played a great set, and we were at this 5:30 spot or whatever, and we knew a lot of people there. It was our home festival, and that was a really cool feeling. But a lot of the artists that were on that show for that weekend was a lot of like bro country artists, and no offense to whatever you want to do, I don't care, but they were like I looked around and I noticed like these people that were at this festival, they didn't really care to be there besides they were there. They were drinking, partying. They were like, I watched during Scotty McCreery's show, I watched two people on their phones scrolling. And I just couldn't believe it. I'm just like, what a difference of people, you know what I mean, to be invested on both sides of the story.
Hmm.
And you're still at a live country music show. So it's just like, it was kind of mind blowing. But I had to tell my wife for a couple of days after he played the show, I said, I have to really put, I have to think about this and run this through my brain of like what I just witnessed as far as we played this 5:30 spot and there was 1,000 people in front of us or 800 or whatever it was. That was great. But like, where are the other 14,000 people? Right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm not saying just
see,
because it's me. I'm just saying
Hmm.
it's because like you bought tickets to go to a country music festival. Like, where are you?
Yeah.
well, and I agree with you because, like, Whiskey Myers was here in Rapid City, and I didn't go because I liked them when they, and I love us, I love Success, and I would have went, but just
Hmm.
I love. We'll just take. We'll even go better than that. Coulter Walls. Coulter Walls
Hmm.
takes off, and the show I went to watch him at, maybe 250 people. I was right up there, and you feel invested. You watch him.
Oh man.
Cody Jinks, Whiskey Myers. I love watching people grow. But the other problem I have is when they do, like, I mean, success is different in everybody's eyes, but take those people and then they blow up. Well, you know what? They were trying to be successful, but then you see Coulter Walls, I mean, become whoever they want to be. But Coulter Walls goes back to the ranch and says, well, you know what? I don't have time for Joe Rogan. Now, that's a guy that I really, really love, because
Yeah.
he's down to earth. Like, and Mitch Gordon's down to earth.
Thanks.
Yeah. And to speak to what you're saying too, about numbers and all of that, right? Like, so that's what I love about like our following, the Don't Die Rusty Nation, right? Because every single one of those people that's following us is, I feel, invested. They want to be
Hmm.
here. We worked hard to get them here, and they want to be here, right? And then
Hmm.
I've managed other pages in the past that have, you know, almost 40,000 followers, but most of them are not even, or I shouldn't say most, but a good chunk of them are not even real. And
Hmm.
so that just hurts you. Now you've just got a bunch of followers that they're not, I mean, they're not even real, for one. And then sometimes you get a lot of people that, again, maybe they came to follow you because of some funny video that you did, but not really what your core stuff is. So
Yeah.
eventually you're probably going to lose them, or all they're going to do is just sit there and not like any or engage
Hmm.
in any of your content. And it's just going to drive it down. So it's again, you want quality people, and that's what it's all
Hmm.
about for me. You know what I mean? Like anytime we get some, you always get those follows, from these gals or whatever, and you can, it's a dead giveaway immediately every time. They got their
Hmm.
links, to their OnlyFans or whatever, and it's just like immediately block.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and so yeah, so I mean, there's something to be said about, it doesn't really matter how many you have as long as they're all invested. That's what's most important.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that yeah, numbers game, and I do chuckle because I'm a little cutthroat as far as like I don't I guess cutthroat's not the word for it, um, but like I get a little like dirty, down deep and dirty on it. Like I have some people that I know that they play this festival and they have such great shows and they do this and they do that, but it's like okay, cool, you have 50,000 followers on your page, but like you can't bring more than 9 people to an acoustic show on a Wednesday. Like that doesn't add up. So it's like how like you know what I mean? I know this guy that I asked him one time, I'm like, hey man, I see you got a lot of streams. Like what streaming like sponsorship are you using? He's like, oh, all natural. I was like, that is the biggest load of BS I've ever heard. You know? Like eh, you're not on that level to nobody's ever on that level, you know what I mean? To lie about that or say something. So I don't know. I try not to let that stuff bother me because it doesn't, but I would say 10% of it does. Puts a little tick on my shoulder. Just do better, Mitch. Try to be a better promoter and just try to be a good person, and that will get you farther in the long run. But it might take a lot longer to get there, just like you said, Ricky.
Mhm.
And that's what
Yeah.
Ricky and I have been. It's all organic, I mean, we just keep
hmm
on talking to people and keep on putting out stuff and
hmm
keep on being consistent and being our authentic selves, which Ricky sometimes shakes his head at me because I'm Rick, but otherwise,
You
Well,
gotta you gotta be yourself though.
yeah,
yep.
Go
of
ahead. Sorry.
course. And we've talked about this before too. Like you look at some of the more successful podcasts that are out now like, let's say for example, like in the hunting space. And I use that as an example because of the other podcasts that I do too. But like they've been around for 10 years, 10, 15 years. Right. And so like they're now getting to that point where I'm seeing guys quitting their jobs but 10 years ago, we didn't have the tools that we have now. So we can do it in a
hmm
tighter timeline. But again, to Mitch's point, we want it to be organic. We just want to keep moving the needle, um, gradually without trying to fake it, that kind of
hmm
thing. Um, and so, yeah, just keep trying to move it forward as best we can.
Yeah. Rick, you said you got used to know some of the Hushin guys or like the born and raised guys, right?
Well, Ty was one of the first born and raised guys, wasn't he? Wasn't it? But yeah,
Stubblefield.
I knew. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
but
was.
anyway, like I started following those guys like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and that was like when they were already at it for how many years? I'm just saying, like the algorithm and the time that you spend doing that, or like if you relate it to me in general, or anybody that I've known that has a business or has a product out there. I mean, I've been doing this for 18 years, and then year number 9, I finally jumped to a part-time job, and now I'm on my first, well, 16 months since this is all I'm doing. So like you think of those 17 years in the making to make this my career. I
Yeah,
mean, granted, the first few years were high school years, but and college, but like, yeah. I mean, there's nothing to be like. It's all the direction you want and the longevity if you want. Like in my career, or I guess anybody's career, everybody thinks that like, oh, guys are out drinking and doing the thing and partying, and I'm like, yeah, but like a guy that's corporate America that goes out to you know to dinners and stuff, like they're doing the same thing. Why are we the bad people? You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah,
But I've seen some bands come and go over my career in time, and I'm still here. So I think like you do what you can, you do it in a professional manner, and you try to be the best person you can because that will get you a long term. You're not going to hear those comments. I mean, this is kind of getting into the touchy thing, but like you're not going to get a lot of like, Mitch, man, you're a really good guy. It takes a lot for people to say that. You know what I mean? And I even catch myself sometimes like when I was at Target today. Don't ask me why I was at Target. But I like got a pair of these a couple running shorts and I was like and try them on, and I try to be like just nice to people, right? And this girl that was working the fitting room thing, I was like, "Oh, good afternoon." I'm like, "Can I try these on?" And it was like dead silent. And it was like kind of a sigh. Like I'm like, "Man, that girl is not having a good day or she's not liking her job." So I just went and tried on the stuff and I got out and I was like, "I'm gonna exchange a couple of these. Thanks for your time." Yep. I was just like, "Man, like come on, like, but I felt like I did my job of like trying to be nice and trying
yeah,
to bring her up.
yep. That's all
Yeah.
we can do, man. That's all you can do.
Yeah. But it's not a show, it's just a personality. And once you get in the positivity, everybody's negative. I don't care how positive you are, everybody's negative. But if you can get into the positivity train, man, and try to stay above that, whatever average or whatever passing score you rate yourself at, it helps so much. Because there's so many things you say about people that don't even need to be brought up. If that makes
100,
sense.
Actually, Ricky and I have been kind of talking about that in a few of the last podcasts, and somewhat,
Yeah,
we did judgmental, and then we said last
totally.
week or this week we were putting out like what are the little blessings in our lives that we don't really look at every day. You look at we both all have wives or this and that, those blessings and stuff or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, I would say it's a blessing. My wife wouldn't probably say it's a blessing, but to have me. But I mean, that kind of stuff. We, if we can help everybody, though, even being nice to her, you don't know if she, you might have affected her in a good way after you left too, Mitch.
Yeah, yeah. You just never know, and it just all wraps around in a full circle. I mean, that's all it does. If we have a power issue, if we have a lighting issue, a timing issue of, at a wedding dance or a gig or anything, like you can fly off the handle or you can fix the problem, and you just have to fix the problem. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I usually end up starting to go like right away. I just have this tendency to go down this negativity road, and then I start
hmm
crawfishing a little bit. You know what I mean? A few words will come out, and then
hmm
I'm just like, well, but okay, I don't want to, I don't want to be negative. So let's kind of try to reframe this. But it's tough. It is. It's really,
it's so
it's a
tough.
tough world. You know what I mean? Like it's
Hmm.
kicking us in the butt all the time. And but I think that's certainly a good message coming from you, Mitch, too, just to try to be positive. And I guess in the young lady at Target, in her defense, I will say that my wife Susan, she did a little part-time gig with Target for a minute. Didn't last very long, and if
Mm,
that says anything about how those employees there are treated and how
sure.
that might explain a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's always something, man.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Hmm.
Always something.
Well, so what does your fall look like?
Um, as of last week, I went down this rabbit hole of the whole recurve bow. So that's
Oh
what's
boy.
on my brain the last week and a half. My so this I don't think I shared this story last time. So the reason I like hunt is because of like my dad. Like he shotgun hunted the 2 weekends, that was about it. But when we bought our family cabin 23 years ago, there's two boys up there at the cabin. They were I was 10, they were 11 and 12, and we bought their grandpa's land. And they lived technically on the land too, in their own section.
Hmm.
And last summer we still hang out. Like um, the one boy, he comes over with his wife and their kid, and like he sits where his grandpa sat, and I cooked dinner, or like have beers. It's so cool to think of like all those years you're making memories, and here you are 20 some years later, right? And then they both had bows, and they got me into bow hunting, and I was like, why bow hunt? So they got me into, I mean, everything deer related to the elk hunting. Like they just, we just buddies. Um, and they're 3 hours away, and we don't see each other, a ton. But every time I go up there, which like me and Ryan went fishing 2 weeks ago, I was up there. Um, and I know he had a trad bow 2 years ago. I was always interested in it. We have one at the cabin. It's been a wall piece of wall art for 23 years. And Dad didn't know where. I was like, where did that bow come from? I don't know where it came from. I was like, well, what is it? I don't know where it is. So Ryan came over there tonight, and I said, hey, bring your trad bow. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, I got two of them now. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, man, I got to get into it. So I showed him mine. He's like, oh, order this string, order this. And I was like, well, how much does it cost? And it's so cheap. Like a trad bow string is $22. So I've got 145 bucks wrapped in this thing as of last Thursday, and I've probably shot 500 arrows through that thing. And it's just so fun. I don't know why it's so fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky's daughter's shooting great too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, with
She's
a trad bow.
no, she's using a
Oh,
Genesis bow right now, but it was her,
okay.
yeah, just recently she just got, Well, I had bought a mini Genesis for my godson, and now he's
Okay.
outgrown it, and so they gave it back, and so now it's Emma's bow, and so we finally got her out shooting it for the first time and made a little video. She's having fun shooting it, but not quite doing the trad thing with her
Yeah.
yet. But
How old is
I
she?
she'll be 5 in next month.
No
So
kidding.
yeah, yeah, she's having a blast with it.
That's cool.
But yeah, the
That's
trad
cool.
thing, man, that's a whole nother animal, right? I mean,
Yeah.
um, I have probably 5 recurves,
Okay.
and I shoot them once in a while, but I if I'm gonna go that route, that's the route I'm going, right? So I'm like
Sure.
compound bows, and I'm selling them. So I haven't gotten myself to that
Mm.
point. I don't have enough
Hard-headed.
140-inch bucks on my wall yet to move to the traditional equipment. So
Yeah, right.
uh, so I'm holding out, but good for you. I think it's awesome. It is a ton of fun. Again, just have they're so light, and you're just like, oh man, I would love to take one of these, rip it around in the mountains. Man, that'd be great. But
Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I'm ready for like a whitetail sit with 12 yards. That's
yeah,
my goal this year is to get it accurate enough where I can shoot, 10 to 15 yards accurate and um, try to, kill a doe or whatever. That's what my buddy did.
hmm
He killed a public land like 6-pointer. He just told
hmm
himself it was an adult deer. I'm shooting it. Like I'm gonna do it just to do it. So yeah, that's on the agenda. But no, I just got a new lift, new Matthews lift. Traded in my Triax. So I shoot them side by side. I don't think I can ever split as of now, but I do have some friends that reached out. They're like, dude, I'm so glad you're into the trad bow. He's like, I'm really thinking about selling my compounds. I was like, I'm not ready for that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
otherwise, I'm staying back elk hunting this year. I didn't know. I have friends in Colorado, so I didn't know what the whole points thing was going to do, and I didn't want to burn my points on a unit that I hunt because I don't know. I didn't have the opportunity. I didn't have the connections to do that, and I was like, well, I put in for a Kansas whitetail tag. I didn't draw it last year, and I drew it this year, so I'll be going down to Kansas late October, probably November, a couple times.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
cool.
yeah, pretty excited about that. Yeah, and then also we're expecting October 1st for our first kid, so that'll be
Whoa,
yeah, that'll
Holy
be
moly.
yeah, that'll be that's what's new from my fall. Yeah.
dude, that's
Oh
huge,
my.
man.
Yeah.
Holding out.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
I told my wife,
congratulations.
thank you. I told my wife it was between elk season and the rut, so we're good to go.
That's a good one. Well, good.
Well,
Mhm.
it'll be cool. Someday you'll get to, spend the birthday in the deer stand, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
Did
no,
you?
we're excited. It's everything's going good. So, um, yeah.
Did you guys find
It,
out boy or girl, or are you gonna wait?
no, we're just gonna wait and see what happens. So,
That's
yeah,
cool.
Very
yeah,
That's
cool.
exciting, man.
yeah. She had a pretty
That's
rough go for a while. 20, I think those like 23, 24 weeks, she was pretty rough sick wise, but I think we're out of that now, so we're good.
yeah. It's a scary time too because it's just a lot of unknowns, right? But
Yeah,
looks like you.
you can't do anything about it, right? And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she works overnight, so she was just a zombie, man. I felt so bad.
Oof, I bet.
uh,
But
that's crazy. No,
yeah,
but congratulations. That's awesome.
yeah, thank
So,
you. Yeah, I'm looking
pro-
towards the fall. Go ahead.
are you going to do a winter swing like you usually do then, or since you have baby, you probably won't?
Oh no, I'm planning on doing a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have support around us and a few people that are going to help out, here and there. So we kind of want to treat it, just keep going and keep doing what you can, and then the sacrifices we'll have to make is what we'll deal with at the time. But
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
should be able to go for 4 or 5 days, do my swing and come back. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if I'd get to see you this year or not,
yeah,
since you didn't come out
I,
last year.
I know we're working a New Year's Eve thing right now. I just don't know where we're going to be on the way back. with the whole band. So
Uh-huh.
stay tuned on that. But
All right, we will.
We still got to
yeah.
get we got to talk more about this Angry Beaver deal.
Yeah, we do too. That's even closer. In Oaks, North Dakota, you need to
Oaks, North Dakota. Yep.
Yeah.
you need to. The last time we talked, we said we could all get together if you get into the Angry Beaver in Oaks, North Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
We
writing
get
it down
Tommy
right
up.
now. Where's the pen?
We get Tommy up there.
Oh my
We got a
gosh.
hunting camp we can stay at.
Yeah, that would be.
Angry Beaver.
Yeah, I think I think that would be a song too. By the time you got done.
You go a lot of directions with that one.
We get real
I just saw
creative.
Tommy about a month ago. He came in my 2 months ago. Now he came to my show. So
Yeah.
I gave him some venison bacon, and he gave me a whiskey, and everything was happy.
Nice. Yeah. We just went out on a boat ride with him and Corey a couple weekends ago. They got a
Oh
new
yeah, they
boat.
got a new boat.
Yeah. Yeah. So we went out
Very
on Big
cool.
Lake for the afternoon. They pulled the kids on the tube and had a good time.
Very cool. Very
It's tough
cool. My
getting them to
dear.
come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck on that.
Yeah.
Good luck. Some guys just don't do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But
And
a
Tommy
lot of
is one of
knowledge.
them. But yeah, a lot of knowledge there. He
Yeah.
would be great on. I mean, he'd be good on this, but he'd be great on Ricky's because the range because he has a lot of knowledge there in the hunting
Hmm.
part.
I mean,
Oh, even
there's two guys I text in the morning when I'm in the turkey blind, and my buddy Luke. You might know Luke, Ricky. Luke Cook.
uh,
He worked for
the name
Federal
doesn't
for a while.
ring a bell, but if I saw him,
Sure.
I
He's a
may
gun
recognize.
guy mainly, like
Okay.
machine gun kind of guy.
Mm.
Um, and then Tommy is the other guy I contact at 5 in the morning and be like, "Hey, the bird's doing this. What are your thoughts?" Texts me back right now.
He is. He knows what's going on for sure, and it's wild because the conversations that I've had with him. I mean, I could have probably done 10 podcast episodes. The conversations him and I have had about hunting. The last
Right,
big
so let me hit
thing.
the record button.
Yeah, the last big thing we were talking about is cell cameras because he's like, I got this buck, and he's like, I tell you what, I had a cell camera out there, and he stopped coming in. He's like, I pulled the cell camera, he's coming back. So,
Interesting.
so we had a very lengthy conversation about cell cameras and the frequencies they're putting out and how it affects deer and their movement and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So, and then his boy
So
is like a bass fishing, like
yeah.
wild man, and so our boy Coda, he's just turned 13. He's super into fishing. So they were talking about that quite a bit too.
So you have a boy that's 13?
My wife has a
Oh,
son.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a girl and a boy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sends me pictures all the time. I'm just like, God dang, some kids are getting so old with this, loving it.
Mm-hmm.
So, sidetrack on that. So on that trail cam thing. So what did you guys come up with?
Well, I think he's just convinced that that cell camera is doing something. He's like, I don't think too many, maybe some of the younger bucks or, less matured deer. I don't think it bothers them, but it seems like, the smarter ones, the ones that have been around for a while, they start to kind of pick up on some of that stuff. And he was saying, he's even, skeptical about, some of the cameras that have no flash and stuff like that. He's like, I think they can see that, even though they tell you they can't. But he was like, I think there's something to that.
Yeah.
And he's the kind of guy to, you heed that advice because he's got a lot of cameras. Another guy
Hmm.
that would know a lot would be Ears, because I think he says he's got like 40 some cameras or something out. So it's just like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So to have a deep knowledge of how trail cameras work, those are two guys that would be very knowledgeable in that area for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're talking.
He, go
If
ahead,
you're
Rick.
listening, I was just going to say you can keep the conversation, but we're talking about Tommy Carroll, and he will never. He just we're try to get him on an episode, but he won't get on. His name is Tommy Carroll. Tommy Carroll. All right, now you can keep on going.
I can give
Yeah.
him his address too if we want to. No, I'm just kidding.
Look it up on Onyx. You'll be able to find it on Onyx. Selfless plug for Onyx, right?
He's probably
No,
smart like
so
that. His property is probably in Corey's name, so he'll never
yeah,
find.
some like, you know, Turkey Master Properties or something like that. The Dope Piss Man property. God, that'd be a cool name.
Yep.
So speaking of the cell camera interference, so that even flaps over to the live scope thing for fishing.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys are saying that too, right? And I think it's all just the personality of I don't have a live scope, but I know three guys that do, and I go fishing with them. But it's amazing, like when you're talking fish or you're talking wild or deer, you can drill on a couple of lakes that you can drill right over a fish and they're never going to move. And then on a couple of lakes that you go, it's like you drill and they're 100 yards that way instantly. So I don't know. I feel like it's definitely there's a single sonar interfering. I'm definitely a believer in that. To what extent I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you said, it could just be that one particular deer. Who knows?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
And for me, like for my trail cameras, people are, oh, you got cameras out, you got good bucks. I refuse to put trail cameras out until September, just because of the less sonar you can have in the woods. A lot of times, them deer aren't going to stick around. I don't. Even if I do run a 40-acre chunk, I might have 3 cameras or 80-acre chunk, like 3 or 2 cameras. It's nice to know what's out there, but I have some buddies that literally hunt. We're getting on trail camera topic, and I'm sorry, but I have buddies that they hunt over cameras. That's it. And if the cameras aren't going off, they don't spend their time in the woods. And what did Fred Bear always tell you, man? Enjoy the outdoors. Enjoy it for
mm-hmm.
what it is. You know what I mean? And I feel like you can't let it get too far from you on that. Enjoy your profession, right? Enjoy playing your guitar, and singing to people and making people smile and have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes me think of like I've gone on camping / fishing trips before, and I got buddies that they're like glued to their phones because they're watching the weather. They want to know, is it going to rain? What's going to happen? And I'm just like, who cares? I'm here. My tent's set up. I'm not going anywhere. So I don't care if it rains. I don't even want to look at it. And we got some rain coming in. They pack up and take off, and then rain clears. We go out on the water, and we're just slaying fish all day. And meanwhile, they're on the road driving home. I'm like, just do it. Just go. Just enjoy it. Rain is amazing.
Yours and I had this conversation too about trail cameras and about like if there's not a big enough deer there, or if there's this and that. If you aren't in the woods, you aren't going to see anything anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are deer that, and there are other animals. I have elk that I'd have cameras out for that you might not see them maybe once. You know what I mean? You need to be out in the woods to see these things. On my 200 incher, I never had on camera, but another guy did, and I shot him. Kind of thing. 3 miles away. But that's the deal. If you're not out in the woods, you're not gonna see anything. And that's what, like you just said, Fred Bear, be out in the woods, enjoy what we're given, because we had, we had to fight for the public land that we had a month ago.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah. And if you don't get out and enjoy it, then we lose it. Excuse me, not really lose it, but I mean, we could have, but we need to enjoy all the public land we can. I don't want to be overcrowded, so you guys stay home, I could say, but no, but I enjoy being out in the woods. I was just telling Ricky earlier before you come on that we're going. I have a friend from your area that moved to Sioux Falls that's coming out, and we're going to have a good time in a couple weeks, just hiking in the woods, just seeing what we can see.
Hmm.
That was a Don't Die Rusty meeting. So that's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, there's something to be said about enjoying it, and you know, and finding. This is a kind of a side conversation, but like I have some friends right now that they're so engulfed into their business and getting it off, and working it and making it better, and like they're almost forgetting the times to chill and take a day for themselves to either go fishing, go in the woods, shoot their bow, do things at their garage. Like slow down, enjoy the process of it because it's not going to get any like slower, if that makes sense. Um, I think
No,
that's a big thing that my wife definitely did that to me. I mean, she slowed me down a little bit, not in a bad way, um, as far as her thought process, but she saw it was wearing on me, of going all the time. And once I figured that out, yeah, you can go sit in the woods where I know some guys that it's like, okay, here's their scenario. You get 2 days to hunt. Okay, I gotta make the best out of it. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And god dang, I hope I see deer and I hope I shoot one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Rather than just being there in the moment.
yeah, because I'm lucky enough that my dad and I drew Black Hills deer tags, and he turns 82. This isn't about
So
the
cool.
kill. It's about being with my dad for a week. I'm not. It's about being able to share the stories and share the time and
Hmm.
enjoy what we can in God's country. Actually, and it's just one of those special moments. And I think people are so caught up in either size or success. And the success is killing something. Where, yeah, I want to, but the success to me is learning more about my dad because every day that passes is gone. Every day
Hmm.
that every second we live is gone. So to be able to share those stories and share the memories that I will have forever, that's more important to me than killing. Actually, not that I'm not
Hmm.
going to go out there and try to kill, but it's
Right.
one of those things. It's fun when to me it's fun. Like would set my dad somewhere, and then I'll just kind of steel hunt, walk to him, and if he gets something or we see something, that's that my dad, since I don't have kids, has turned into my kid because I'm happy to just watch him be successful. You know what I mean? Like most dads are happy their kids get something, but I'm happy my dad gets something.
Hmm. Well, it just
Mm,
goes to show, like, when I go hunting or fishing, like, I'm a morning person and probably one of the few morning musician persons that you know, but I can't wait to wake up in the morning if it's not even doing hunting or fishing. But like I can't wait to get up, even if I'm hunting or fishing. I have some buddies that be like, "Hey, be at my house at 5:30." They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Dude, let's go. Let's get in the boat. Get in the side. Like we're going hunting, man. We're going fishing. Like let's do the thing. You know what I mean? Like let's take advantage of it. You know?"
well, I do know.
Yeah, Rick knows for sure. I mean, I feel that too. I'm not as disciplined and as good at doing it, but it's
Hmm.
just nice to get up early. I can make a cup of coffee. I can look out the
Hmm.
back window, and we have a resident hen turkey that's been bouncing around the neighborhood. I've seen her like 50 times in the last like 4 or 5 days. She just keeps hanging around. See her every morning. We've got deer going through the backyards. It's awesome. Instead of oh shoot, wake up at 7 o'clock, got to get ready real quick, grab a granola bar on the way out the door, and hustle
Hmm.
through traffic to get to work. Like it's just stressful. It's just not the way to start your day.
No.
So I've been
I
getting a
feel
lot
like
better at that.
I feel like those. and however everybody's wired different, right? So like then again, I'm not judging somebody, but like you can see it on people's eyes in the mornings. Like they literally got up enough time to like to put their pants on, get their shoes on, grab a granola bar, like you said, and then get a coffee on the way. Or you know what I mean? You can just see the death in their eyes of like they're struggling. And it's just like, well, there's a lot of factors to that, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad I got blessed with that bone of getting your butt up and enjoying the moment,
Yeah.
you know, and then also listening to your body. And hence yesterday, listening to my body and was like, I gotta go to bed. Like I am gonna fall asleep on this couch. Like I need rest.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I hear
yeah.
you there, because there are days that I go to bed at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock just because I'm finally to that point where I'm tired, but then I wake up in the morning early again. But
Hmm.
my body says, I, you're tired, let's go to sleep. But like Saturday morning, this is the funny thing about people though. Like Saturday morning, I put out a post and I knew nobody would come. I said, meet me in the parking lot at 3:30. I knew there would be nobody there. So it's kind
That's
of
wild.
funny.
That's way too wild, man. Come on.
So, but the funny thing
3:30.
here is when I got to the top of the mountain, I saw the sunrise. Most people in town never saw a sunrise on Saturday morning because it was
Yeah.
fleeting. And then the clouds came, and I had the colors. I had all kinds of good, cool stuff. And then everybody said, "Well, it rained." I said, "The sun was out." No, it wasn't. I have pictures. I can show you. Get your butt out of bed. Maybe you'll see something.
Yeah. At 5 in the morning, sun coming up. I love it. I love it.
But that's the most peaceful time of the day.
It is, man. I go on my bike rides and stuff in the morning and just you feel like a kid in a candy store. It's just nobody's awake. You feel like you're the only one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mhm.
And those are the days. That's why it's not discipline for me to get up. It's I want to get up. Discipline is when you don't want to do something and you know you have to do it. I want to get up because
Mhm.
I want to see what's out there in the morning. And you never know. It's always a surprise.
Yeah. Until I get 2 cups of coffee at me and then I start messaging people and get all hopped up and I have to
Well,
apologize later. It happens from time to
well,
time.
well, you know what we need to do? If I was up 5:30, it'd be 6:30. So we need to all text Tommy all at the same time. Not in a
We
group
Yes.
should.
text. Just all of us text differently, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, we should. It's fun though. I have a couple buddies that from high school that we chat pretty much every morning and they're both up working out and doing the thing and it's just kind of fun, right? Like you know you're 3, 4 people that you can message that time of day where they're not distracted, right? They're not
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the midst of their day. It's kind of cool.
We,
yeah,
sh- we should just start a group chat just because.
Hmm. We
Why
should.
yeah.
not?
You
It'd be
know,
super fun. I'd be up for it. Like, you know, you respond if you want. If you don't respond, I mean, like, you know, I think it's super. Oh, I'd love that.
It could be, we could call it the Minnesota Boys and God's Time.
there you go.
Oh, God's time.
And
That's right.
we're just God's time plus one. We're like we're ahead of God's time. So
Okay. Well, we'll be in God's country then. You can have your time.
Love it. I love it.
Because I can only handle this humidity. This is the humidity here is like that week or two of 20 below that you might get in the winter, and this humidity is just killing me. Like if I wanted to live in the South, I'd move there, and I don't want to live in the South. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's like I'm not used to walking out and starting sweating right away in the morning before I even step off my step.
Hmm.
yeah, I normally like to mow my grass because it just gives me a really good time to like kind of think about the week and process thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And I don't, when it's humid like this, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just like, oh, I can't even breathe.
I mowed my grass like every 4 to 5 days since I started mowing my grass this year. It's insane.
Wow.
I mean, it's growing so fast just because of the heat and the rain. And I mean, we got 3/10 this morning again. I mean,
Yeah.
but
It's been down hard.
my food plots, man, they're looking fantastic.
I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
It's
wait till
been
you get
crazy.
cameras out there.
Oh, I know. Don't tempt me. We actually,
I'm just kidding, yeah.
my buddy from Wisconsin that we hunt at, he was out at his folks' place yesterday or Sunday. He's like, "Hey, by the way, cameras are up." I was like, "Oh, okay." So like scrolling through this morning the feed or last night, and I was like, "Oh, there's some does and fawns, little bucks." And then this morning I opened it up and they're literally like the biggest buck I've ever seen on trail camera ever in my life. Like 12 with a couple stickers. I was like, "Oh my God." Makes me want to go grab all of my cameras, which are all sitting. Well, most of them are sitting there, but I'm getting very tempted. But it's not even August yet, so I gotta hold off.
Well, you're getting me now thinking about this stuff. Both of you guys, once you started talking about that, but maybe I'll get a hex to cover them up so they don't have any frequencies going through them.
There you go. Maybe you might have to talk to
Whatever.
Tom. I don't know.
Isn't that like
I don't know.
the new Dexter episode where like the cameras can't see his face?
There you
Really?
Need that technology. Yeah, you guys watch
There
Dexter?
you go.
go. Yeah.
It's
a good series.
Gruesome, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. So, Mitch, I'm assuming the new single can be picked up on like iTunes and stuff, or
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Everywhere you get your music, man.
So everybody make sure you go out, check out the single by Mitch Gordon, Garage Beers.
Yes.
For sure.
I,
Get over
I
there.
have it right here on my phone.
Love.
I can tell you that.
Give him some
Yeah.
love.
I love it, buddy.
I
Yeah,
don't know if we can
share it. If you're in Minnesota, tag K102. I got a big pot of worms stirred with them guys right now, and hopefully
Oh,
something comes about it. But just for the future. But yeah, we got another single in the hopper. Not sure when we're gonna put it out yet. Just keep doing our thing, man. It's working and it's happy. It's good, and I'm super proud of it. And it's just cool to show up and have good people around you and that respect you and you respect them and the customers, and I call them customers that come to the shows. But it's true, man. And I think the more level-headed you can be, and the more the more solid product you can put out, rather than it's like shooting arrows. If you're gonna go shoot your compound bow and you're gonna make 12 arrows that count every day, or 6 arrows that count, rather than flopping 80 arrows into that target, right? Same with musicians, same with going to work. Anything you do, it's slowing it down and enjoying that process, and also, making the best possible outcome out of that process.
Yeah.
I do see a song, The Angry Beavers and Don't Die Rusty and Tommy Carroll and all this funny. You could have a heck of a song there.
I'm writing it down right now. Hollering, yelling at each other, arguing about trail cameras.
Something about the deer pee guy.
Property lines, killing time.
The Angry Beaver got pissed off at the deer guy. Deer pee guy.
This all happens in Oaks, North Dakota.
It's really not that far. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It'd be a fun time. It'd be a fun time. So
yeah, it's cool because
awesome.
I don't remember if we talked about this or not on the last episode, but yeah, there's like and I guess I don't know for sure. We'd probably have to give him enough heads up to make sure that we can secure the spot. But the little hunting camp that he's got there is super nice.
Sweet. So it'd be a fun time. So we'll have to think about that.
Is this central or no?
The Oaks is central.
Oaks is central. So there's some good whitetails there.
Yep.
What do we got to get tagged out there?
It's over the counter.
It
$275.
is. Wow. You guys
Yep.
going this year?
No.
Yeah.
But it'd be an interesting thing to think about someday.
Yeah. We got to plan it. It'd be
Absolutely.
fun to do. Tommy said he's all in too. Like,
So
dude,
there we
that'd be
go.
I'm all
fun.
ears, man.
Yeah.
All
So
ears.
Deer camp and angry beavers and all kinds of stuff would be interesting.
Angry beavers, man. I'm gonna ponder this.
And then you can get us a Don't Die Rusty theme.
I don't know if we're gonna want to share this with anybody. Might need a PG version and an R version.
So, but anyway,
That's funny.
so would you do a Western swing like you did, or what's going on, and what else is going on for you for the rest of the summer and fall? Then you're probably go up till hard till September.
Yeah, I got a lot of acoustic shows in August. I think we have 5 full band shows, and then September is actually really busy for us. We hooked some really great shows, full band shows. And then October, I slowed down. I slowed down a lot in October and November, um, just to take
Baby's
time
coming.
and, well, yeah, baby's coming, but yeah, take time and hunt. And I'm a firm believer, like, I have to take my time off, and it's hard for me. I have like Labor Day weekend off, and I have some shows that I can accept, and I'm not sure if I'm going to. It's my like a full weekend off. I mean, I don't really care to go like hunting and fishing Labor Day or Memorial Weekend, because you're out there with everybody, Frank and Larry that come up for that weekend. If you're at a
Yeah,
cabin or something, and it drives me insane. Um,
yeah,
Especially because I'm spoiled. I get to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, when nobody's out there. Um,
yeah.
and I've been going to my cabin a lot this summer. We've been catching bluegills, crappies, and northerns. Just like, it's crazy. I can't believe how good it is. So I'm kind of falling in love with fishing a lot more than I ever have. Um, but yeah, finish out the summer, and I'm super confident on the whole thing, and not with like cockiness, but like, I'm confident with what we got going on. Everything's maintained. I think that stems from just having a little bit more time in my life to maintain that stuff, prep the van, prep the trailer, prep the gear. So you know, nothing corkscrews out of control. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We have some really cool shows, and they're not all the same. And I think that's what kind of keeps driving me, is you show up and you're not just playing a 90-minute set. You're not just playing a wedding dance. Um, you're playing all these different shows for all these different people, and it's a different scenario every time. I think that's a cool thing.
Very cool. So, you have anything else, Ricky?
Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, I just want to make sure that people get out there and we want to raise the awareness of Mitch Gordon, and people
Yeah.
out and
We
listen up.
do.
And I've talked with Tommy too, and I was like, man, the next time you guys go see him, make sure you holler at me so we can all meet up. So
Yes.
definitely, I know I told you last time, I was like, man, I'm gonna get to a show, and then every time like I see one where you're playing nearby, my wife's also an artist, so she has a lot of art shows, and so there's always stuff going on. Or I've got the kids with me, you know what I mean? Which I'm sure I could bring the
hmm
kids with,
Yeah,
but,
depending on the show, right? I mean,
but it just
I get it though,
depends.
man.
Yeah,
I totally
we'll
get
get
it.
them on.
Yeah, please,
Well,
please let me know though, like, if you're gonna come out, because then, I had some just last week. I had a buddy and his wife come out, and like, they never even text me, and I was like, well, guys, I would have got here earlier and like hung out, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So please let me
hmm
know.
for sure.
and if you get out
You're
here,
you're
I'll
in
let you know
Anoka.
too.
You're in Anoka,
Uh,
right?
I work in Anoka, but I live in Ham Lake.
That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds
So,
And
good.
you're in
yep,
Big Lake, right?
Maple Lake.
Oh, Maple Lake. Okay.
Yeah, other end of the world.
And I don't even
So
have a lake, so anyway.
yeah, you're in God's country though. You're fine.
It's funny, you guys have lakes and I live in Spearfish.
Yeah. Hey, you took me through
Funny
the
thing.
canyon. I remember. That was so cool. That was so cool.
Well, so if you're getting close out here, you better I always keep an eye on it anyway, and
I'll
say,
always let you
hey,
know.
yeah. But no,
So
anything else you have there? I mean,
no,
I
I just appreciate the reach out, and I just like talking to people, and it's kind of fun that we just kind of picked up where we left off and chatted and had no agenda, and that's what I always kind of like to hear. You're just having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
there's never an agenda here, but there is people. You know what? Mitch is an independent artist, and Garage Beers is a great song. So go out and listen to this thing, because I have it on my phone, and it's just a fun song to listen to. So let's help these people keep on making music.
Absolutely.
So
Amen.
tell
Hmm.
people about it. But no, thank you, Mitch, and geez, congratulations on child coming, and
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
any names that are being thrown out there, because grandmas would, if they listen to this, would want to know.
Yeah, no, we got a few picked out. We'll let you know when it happens. That's our thing. So we keep it
Like that.
we're kind of keeping it on the low key of everything, and we didn't even really announce any like the whole social media thing that that we were doing this. So um,
Yeah,
it's kind of fun. There's so much stuff going on in today's world, and this and that, and you're getting married, and you got bachelor party, and this and that, and it's just like it's so much stuff going on. So try to keep it low as can be.
Mm.
Enjoy the moment. I think goes back to enjoying the moment for yourself, and me and my wife we enjoy the moment with us, us two, and share it as we go. So
is there going to be a lot of names like Waylon Merle Cash?
yeah, right. Guy's got three first names.
There you
No. Yeah,
go.
super funny.
So no, well, thank you so much for being on,
Yep.
Mitch, and like I
Thanks,
said,
man.
have everybody go out there and listen to Garage. Jeez, everybody go out and
Yeah.
listen to the song, Garage
Yeah.
Beers. So
And
anyway,
I just appreciate like I feel like I know you guys just because like I follow you both on socials and we like each other's stuff and comment, and like I feel like we know each other, like we go hang out with each other, and we don't have hardly even, I mean, Ricky, I've never even met you in person, but like I feel like I know you through your Instagram, you know what I mean? So it's super cool.
Likewise. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Likewise.
that's awesome.
Awesome. Well, appreciate it, guys. We'll
You're
talk
always
soon.
welcome. Yep,
Yeah.
always welcome. So
Well, feel free to
as
reach
usual,
out.
don't die, Rusty Nation. Yep. As usual, don't die, Rusty Nation. Keep chasing your dreams, being the best you, and don't die, Rusty.
Thank you for listening to the Don't Die Rusty podcast with your hosts, Rick Hansen and Ricky Bruley. The Don't Die Rusty podcast is written and produced by Rick Hansen and Ricky Bruley. You can find us on Instagram and on Facebook at Don't Die Rusty. You can rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You might find your review read on a future episode. Got a question for the Ricks? Send us an email at don'tdierusty@gmail.com. It too could be featured on a future episode. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Don't Die Rusty podcast wherever fine podcasts are downloaded.